Isaac and his mother lived in a house up on the hill. Small house up the hill. Isaac excused himself, drawing pictures of his toys and watching Christian broadcast on the television. Life was simple, but they were both happy. That was until Isaac, his mom, heard a voice from above. Your son Isaac is corrupted by sin. He needs to be saved. Okay, enough of that. Hi, hello there. Welcome back to another daily Bite of Isaac Repentance. Okay, we got another daily today. Isaac run, nice. I am sore, I am tired, and mom's foot. Thank you. I need a little of that. Oh, right, I should have done that. Maybe you should have watched the videos of people playing the run so you get the excellent perfectionism and everything. Why? Because you get the points for the day of a daily you never see again. Everyone's gonna forget you about the whole day. Like, oh yeah, it's relevant for today. And then tomorrow's like, you're not relevant anymore. I like the news. Oh, that's old news. Da-da-da. Keep up with the fear. Okay, let's see here. Are we recording? Yeah, we are. Okay. Anyways, yeah. It's 29th of October. A couple days before Halloween. I don't know, I was trying to mimic a witch or something. I half-assed it. Anyways, yeah, it's 28 or 29th. Sorry, I'm tired. I was super tired when I got home. Very busy. And I got a lot of stuff I got to do in the morning. That's a lot. I got to finish eating that pizza, the rest of my vitamins, go to bed early. Like, I keep saying it before over and over again, I got to go to bed early. But then I don't, because I'm eating and eating later than I should. And then like going to bed, getting ready to go to bed later than I should. And stuff like that, so. It just sucks. But after Tuesday, like, I should be fine. I should be back to my normal schedule. There's just so much I got to do. So much to do, man. Oh my lord, look at that. Oh, there goes your first place score. Now you're like 4 billionth last place. You know, 4 billionth rank in last place. Can't believe you did that, Sonny. We were all believing in you, and then you have to go out there and just get hit like that. How dare you do that? How dare you not be me? How dare you not? Oh my god. Why am I like... I don't know, maybe I'm so tired I'm pressing like the other movement buttons and I'm not aware of it. Or the keyboard's gaslighting me and making me think that I'm pressing it by mistake and it's something wrong with the keyboard itself. Diverting its attention. Don't throw me out, Sonny. Don't replace me. Got this keyboard about a couple years ago from Staples. I probably got it a lot cheaper online, honestly. But I had to get it one because my computer, for some reason, couldn't detect the keyboard when it goes in the BIOS stuff. So like, I have to have the keyboard to access the BIOS stuff so I can proceed further using the computer normally, you know? Just like that, man. Oh my goodness gracious, you get away from me, you ugly looking thing. Okay. So, yeah, there's that, I guess. Keyboard's acting, actually it has been acting fine now, I think about it the last few days. I don't know, they're just like asleep or something's going on. Or something is going on with the keyboard. Oh, I don't want that. Why are you trying to give me stuff I don't want? How dare you give me stuff? I want non-stuff, yeah. See, it's happening again. I think maybe I'm like pressing the button. Do that. I'm just tired. Is that your excuse for why you're playing so badly in this run? Well, that's part of. I guess that's part of it. Oh, part of it, huh? That means you're not a great Isaac player, huh? Well, I haven't put a lot of practice lately. Normally I was doing 5 videos a day. Published the same day and everything. Huge. When Repentance first came out. And then I kind of, you know, reduced that and whatever. Because time, obviously. For me, at least. And I was doing some backlogs for New Vegas, and I am thinking about going back pretty soon. I don't know when. I just don't want to feel like I'm burnt out again. Still plenty of stuff I gotta do with the mod. I kind of froze there a little bit. Stuttered. I don't know why it's doing that. I got too much stuff running in the background. Let me see here. Yeah. I think that's it. Let's see here. Usually when you got all these different windows open, especially if you got OBS open while it's in the background of this one. Instead of like minimized. That could be an issue. Okay. Maybe that might help. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, what have I been up to? Well, let's see. I had a lot of errands I had to do today. And let's see. What else? Oh my goodness gracious. Had to get some groceries. Got a pizza tonight because I was just kind of tired to like chop up some broccoli and eat some eggs and all that. I know it's not keto friendly. Definitely not keto friendly for pizza, but like, just gonna be this one time today. Cause like, I came home. I was gonna lay down thinking, hey, this might work. Sleep a little bit. Oh, of course, I'm having heating issues with the heater being scorching hot in here. So silly of me, I just try to sleep with it on. I think I didn't really sleep too well because, yeah, the heat. I thought, oh, I can just sleep through this. I'm so lazy. Open the windows. I should have just opened the windows. It's taking a while to cool off in here, of course, because it gets scorching. Once I get some stuff done after Tuesday, I'm going to get maintenance to come and be like, hey, it's like a sauna in here. Could you, like, fix the thermostat so it can actually read the temperature and turn down the temperature as needed instead of, you know, turning down to 60 or whatever, or 50, and it's still, like, freaking 90 degrees in here? 90 degrees at the small apartment. It's not fun. I tell you what, Bobby. Of course, you tell like other people, or make sure you keep the windows closed, so that way it doesn't freeze the pipes or anything. Yeah, well, right now it's like can't because freaking heat. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna give you just 2 of the same. Well, not the same, but you know, whatever. I'm saying. Oh, hello. I'll go in and out. Usually you go in and out, like those things would, like allow you to get more resources out of Larry Jr.'s poop scoots. Oh my Lannis, look at all this stuff. You lay all this stuff, look at this. You could redo this run too. No, the points. Remember the points. The boss rush. Do you not remember? Do you not care about points? Hearing all this chanting and yelling and all this stuff. People are out doing their Halloween-y stuff. Now I'm not talking about trick-or-treating. Fly out. Getting some booze. And wearing their costumes, I noticed. Walking around town. I haven't worn a Halloween costume since I was 16. These people are obviously older than that, much older. To me, I was like, what's the point? Like, aside from adult party stuff, like I don't really do. I don't go to parties. Like I'm not out trick-or-treating. It's kind of weird to like wear that stuff around town and be like, This is a grown adult going around wearing all this costume stuff. Playing a movie downtown tonight too. A Halloween movie. Hocus Pocus. That's cool. Something like that. Oh, that almost got me. Yep, so, I don't know what else. My back is sore. You know, I was talking to someone who has a husband who works as a physical therapist, something like that. And he recommends his patients to get different shoes, or get new shoes every 200 miles you walk in your current ones or whatever. Well, let me say this. It's been well over 200 miles because I got like a step counter back in July, I think, middle July or something. And yeah, and well, let's just say, based on my observations, excuse me, I conclude that I walked, yeah, well over 300 miles probably. Probably more than that. Oh, wow, shucks. Well, why did you do that for? Well, this is what my mother would say, like, whenever, like, we do something. Like we hurt ourselves or whatever. But, and I mean, not like serious hurting ourselves or whatever. Or we just we screwed up something minor and she's like, what'd you do that for? Another thing too is like, another thing she would say is like, what was it? I just had it. Oh, I forgot. It'll come to me probably. Oh, what was it? It's the tip of my tongue, like what she used to say. Oh, I can't remember. Anyways, probably come to me eventually. I'm so tired, I can't really think. Oh, look at that! You get a thingamajiggy. Let's see. Yeah. Well, here's what it is. How are we doing on this run? Well, this run's very strange. I suppose those onion tears would have been great. This room's a pain in my butt right now. Right off the bat, I would say, I say, this is a pain in my butt, I say. Oh my God. Can I just frick off with the flies? Children of the corn flies. Malachi! 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 Oh, okay, that's not bad. Again, I need, like, damage. No, you're not gonna get any damage. You don't need it. Why the heck do you need it, boy? You feel special? Yeah, anyways, yeah, so that was an interesting little bit of fact about, I have to change my shoes every 200 miles. I guess that makes sense. The treads on my right shoe are like worn out a little bit. My left one is starting to wear out too, so I've noticed like ankle pains and things like that. And I'm like, I wonder. And it's telling me that, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Because like, yeah, the whole thing about stepping around and everything, it's all integrated with posture and everything. If you got bad shoes, guess what? Your posture goes to crap. I've been doing posture exercises, so they've been improving. But like, if I'm on my feet a lot with these shoes, then it's counterproductive to keep myself, you know, perfectly balanced. So that makes sense. Because I was thinking about getting some inserts, but now I'm thinking about it, it's like, even though good inserts, they'll help a little bit, but nothing compared to some nice pair of new shoes. Like, I normally don't get new shoes often, that's the thing, because it's pricey and whatever. Interesting. So, yeah, a big thing is because of price. I mean, shoes aren't cheap, especially with the size of feet I got. I had to special order them. Hi there, Paul Bunyan. Sometimes people would joke about me having clown feet. I better just join the clown college and stuff while I'm at it. A lot harder to get in than Harvard. That messed up. It's a lot harder to get in a clown college than Harvard. All these other big universities. I don't think you really get a whole lot of benefit going to a prestige college that costs like oodles of money like that. You get access to resources you don't normally get anywhere else. Yeah, you're paying a big fat tuition, too. That seems not relevant or anything, but like, yeah. Like, I know there's a big difference between community college and, say, a university, a Big Ten university or something. And you got a lot more resources to work with and a lot more different opportunities for different kind of educational degrees. But just because, you know, they got that stuff doesn't mean they have the resources to give you the right things that you need. You know, the blossom and fully. That's a problem with schools, especially universities, is like they give you equipment for whatever projects you're doing, and then it's sometimes, usually a lot, at least for where I was at, they give you equipment that's like old, and you're taking these intro classes. Now I could have done an interview process, and I could have been like skipping some of the prerequisite crap, which just does not appeal to me because I've done a lot of video work and everything, kind of stuff, for example. And so like, what do we got here? And it's just, of course, the cost of college is ridiculous too. Let's not forget. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I gotta do that auto thing. Auto pay for my student loan to come back on. This is if you don't set up your auto pay within a certain amount of period, your interest come back, which is like, well, that's BS. Why the hell do I need to get on auto pay in order to keep my interest at 0? That's just silly. I mean, I don't have much interest or anything, but like, I don't know how much it would like increase it. You know what I mean? I think it would increase it pretty significantly. I would think if there was a freeze on that. So I'm going to definitely have to look into doing that pretty soon. I'll do that tomorrow or something. Come on. Well, the problem is that like they keep like pushing it back. It's like, hey, just letting you know. We delayed it further. Hey, just let you know, we delayed it further. Okay, now get on the auto pay system, because we're gonna have it come on in January. Okay, well, how certain are you to think it's gonna be like, we'll be making payments in January? You know what I mean? Because you got a couple months from now before that happens. Oh my God, this is getting silly now. My damage hasn't even gone up. I suppose if I went to the devil deal, I'm not taking the capacitor. Well, you know what, actually. I was reading somewhere that you're more likely to get some like battery drops that charges things faster than if you get the individual charges clearing the rooms. I keep forgetting that. A chance to anyways. That's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, I gotta take care of that. Like, come on, you know. Charge key. Did that just count as a, from the capacitor? I don't think so. I think it's just like batteries itself. Hey, speak of the devil. I told you, Sonny. I told you. I always thought that was a trash tier item or something. Like, what the hell? How the heck do I use this situationally? And then I looked more into it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it does. And it's actually better to... Alright, well. Can't help it if I'm trying to, like, get you hit with bombs over here. Alright, I didn't deserve it. I mean, who wouldn't, right? So... Yeah, I got to care of that auto loan stuff, man. I just despise loans with a passion. Student loans in particular. Okay, we'll take that. Paying mostly teacher salaries. And some functions that you haven't used in the whole semester, the whole time you were there either. Oh yeah, that's paid for the buildings you didn't use. Here you paid for this crappy newspaper we got around here. School newspaper is like one of the worst in the country, or one of the worst for like a university newspaper. Oh, that's fun. We just keep, you know, using student loan money to fund this crap. Nobody wants to read because they want to quote CNN and Reuters. Like every time and not have independent thought. There we go, we got some stigmata. Try not to be salty or anything, but it's just... They should give you a choice. Like, if somehow the paper would have, you know, stuff with the funding from all the students' tuition dollars, like, that news place would get guaranteed to collapse very quickly. It's being held up by tuition dollars. It's like basically a subsidy from everybody. All right, we got here. A whole lot. We're going to try and make a whole lot out of nothing. Oh, look at that! You missed the boss rush. You missed all potential points. Yeah, but where the hell's the damage, though? Okay. Just saying. Just saying, you should have just, like, deal with it. Yeah. Well, that's cool, I suppose. I never thought of it that way. Deal with it. Wow. Some solid wisdom there. Deal with it. I'll keep that in mind. I'll just put that on my gravestone. Deal with it. Then they'll all remember. They'll all pay. Oh yes, they will pay. Every last one of them. What is... Oh, I hate this thing. Why do you give me this crap? Because it's the jar of wisps. Get it? Wisp you a new... jar. It's like it takes so many charges to create a wisp, and it's weak. Like you just saw there. I was about to say, like, the thing doesn't even last long, and lo and behold, it just proved my point. Good timing. All right. Well, we got a little key piece. No, your points. You're supposed to be exploring everything. Yeah, but I'm tired. Ah, points. We just missed boss rush, and you talk about points? Look at this. Now we got something. Finally. 10,000 years. I'm not dealing with this room, that's for sure. We finally get kind of a damage upgrade. That's fantastic news. Congratulations, you've won. What's my prize? I don't know. Box of crayons. You know, I was talking a lot like philosophical. What's the word I'm looking for? Something like that. Someone the other day. A lot of philosophy. And a little bit of politics and whatever. Let's talk about like energy and stuff. As in like, you notice the energy change during this time? And this time? I was like, I don't know. And then it was like, and we're talking about, do you remember the emotions you had on 9/11? I'm like, I barely remembered my emotions of that day on 9/11. Like, I didn't feel much of anything. And he's like, well, you see, because you're probably traumatized from that. It's like, actually, I was traumatized to some degree, but totally nothing related to a terrorist attack, because, you know, watching on television. Now, it's true that some people could be susceptible to that, but for me, no. And besides, like, back then, I'm pretty darn sure I remember that. I didn't know what to think of it, because, like, I wasn't freaking out, I wasn't scared or anything like that. I was just confused, that was it. Like, when you're 6th grade, when 9/11 happened, like, obviously you have no clue what's going on. You know what the hell terrorism is. You're watching something on TV that just comes out of nowhere. No one knows what's going on, you know? That's what happened with 9/11. And for me, that's how I reacted. I don't think it was like trauma or anything that caused me to like be numb to it. I think it's just like, I see it on TV and, you know, whatever, and that's it. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, because people react in different ways, right? So like, for me, I was just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. I didn't really question it too much, because it's like, I was little. You know, that's 20 years ago. You think I remember anything 20 years ago with that? Other than like, where I was at the time, I remember, obviously. How I came to being of when it happened. Like how I discovered it to be going on. The teacher ran in and turned on the TV and was replaying one of the towers that getting hit by the plane. I don't know. It could have been the first plane that hit, but then I was thinking like maybe they had only like one plane they had to record at the time. But the footage didn't come out for the ground level stuff for the first plane. I can't remember. It's been 20 years. But my point is like, no, my emotions wasn't numb because of 9/11. I didn't know much was going on, and neither did a lot of people, so I don't know how to react. As a kid, like, I never heard of terrorism. I never heard of terrorism when I was in 6th grade. Come on. Like, or anything like that. Like, this is, and I hear about it later on, and I can't remember anything. Like, I can't remember a whole lot. I mean, people tend to forget too, like for me, maybe it's not really trauma or anything. It's just, again, it's just the natural progressive forgetting things, you know what I mean? I forget stuff a lot here or there. Like, I just forget about talking about my mother and stuff, about something. I had to tip my tongue and forgot. I mean, some timers, my mother would call them, some timers. I got some timers. I think my mother used to call it that. I know other people that called it that too. Oh yeah, I got the some-timers. Pretty funny. I don't have old-timers, I got the some-timers. Let's hope it doesn't progress to old-timers. Well, if it does, then like, would I even care? This is one of those philosophy things. You know what I mean? Someone's screaming out there. They're trying to get a lot of attention when they scream, you know? That's the thing. It's like, I'm gonna scream as loud as I can because I want to look cool. Scream like a child. Nah, you know what I mean? A lot of energy. Yeah, I was talking about that too. You notice how the energy shift with things with 9/11 and stuff? That's another thing too, is like how these children are watching these cartoons and stuff like that, and they got interrupted the broadcast of 9/11, which I can't say for certain if that was like the case or not. I don't think it was. I think maybe some parts of the country it could have been, but like, we wasn't watching cartoons when I was in class at the time. The TV was off. Teacher turned on the TV, and I think she might have either flipped to a channel and got to it, because I don't remember that part, but I know she was turned on the TV. It might have been already set to a news channel or something, but I don't know. I was talking with him too about like different conspiracies about like things I found on the internet, like on YouTube, like the charging of the meth crystals. That's a conspiracy where you can charge meth crystals, kind of like where these different ancient like cultures and stuff would do. Is they can charge crystals for like energy healing or whatever. And there's this conspiracy about you can charge meth crystals, and they're very unique and everything, and that doing meth is actually really good for you. I'm like, God, it has to come from a meth head. Then we were talking about the moon as a hologram. That's another one that was I just ran into the algorithm from YouTube, and it was like showing me years ago. It's like, yeah, the moon's a hologram. They show like footage, and it's because of different atmospheric like things going on. It 3014th place. I knew it. People found the keys to the kingdom to get the boss rush, and God knows what else. 3000th place though. I kind of wanted to because it's the Isaac run, and so there's a lot easier. Anyways, yeah, going back with this, there was that conspiracy, and then the moon is a hologram. Because the atmospheric pressure, so it kind of has these kind of like TV lines kind of in the sky. That's just the, whatever. And I personally was witnessing a solar eclipse years ago. And let me tell you, if it was a hologram, that's one hell of a convincing one. Because if it's been around for thousands of years, what the hell is the point of keeping people in the shadows for like... not telling them about this being a hologram. What do they gain out of it? Like, if it was a hologram, it must be a useful hologram because it helps with the tides, it helps with the volcanic lava, it helps with like the night cycle, with keeping people asleep and animals and everything, the rhythmic of life, you know, this big space rock up in the sky covering, like, you need some, like, hologram, come on, like we're talking about a computer hologram here. Well, how could a computer hologram block in the sky? I don't know what the argument is with that, but it's like, I've been under the solar eclipse thing, and I know there's a huge temperature drop, and the birds going nuts and everything, and it's just like, there's just no way. It's a hologram. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.